Something strange is happening. A new wave of Muslim masculinity is crashing onto the shores of the West. It calls itself Red Pill Muslim Masculinity. This isn't your father's Islam, it's a warped reflection, twisting faith into something dangerous. Young Muslim men, hungry for belonging and guidance, are drawn to its promises of power and control. But this path is paved with misinformation and misogyny. It's time to expose the dangers lurking beneath the surface. This new masculinity is fueled by the anxieties of the modern world. Muslim men facing Islamophobia and cultural displacement seek a way to reclaim their sense of self. Red Pill ideology offers a seductive solution: embrace a rigid, dominant masculinity, but this solution comes at a cost, sacrificing empathy and respect for a warped sense of power. The consequences are real and they are far-reaching. This movement didn't emerge from a vacuum. It's a toxic cocktail of online influencers and pseudoscience. Figures like Rollo Tomassi and Andrew Tate, now a self-proclaimed Muslim, provide the blueprint. They preach a gospel of male dominance, rooted in a distorted view of evolutionary psychology. Their message is simple: men are wired to be dominant, women to be submissive. They peddle a narrative of female manipulation and hypergamy. These influencers are wolves in sheep's clothing, using their platform to spread fear and division. Their words, disguised as wisdom, are a potent poison, particularly for impressionable young minds. Red Pill. Muslim masculinity rests on a foundation of flawed assumptions. It paints a black and white picture of gender roles, ignoring the complexities of human experience. Men are told they must be stoic providers, unwavering in their authority. Women, meanwhile, are relegated to the roles of wives and mothers, stripped of agency and autonomy. This ideology thrives on control and distrust. Men are encouraged to view women as inherently deceptive and manipulative. They're taught to be suspicious of their partners, constantly on guard against infidelity. This creates a breeding ground for toxic relationships, where love is replaced with suspicion and resentment. Perhaps the most insidious aspect of this movement is its claim to authenticity. Red Pill proponents present their ideology as rooted in traditional Islamic values, but this is a dangerous distortion of a rich and nuanced faith. Islam, in its true form, emphasizes justice, compassion, and respect for all. It recognizes the inherent dignity of both men and women. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, treated women with the utmost respect and kindness. He challenged the patriarchal norms of his time, advocating for the education and empowerment of women. To equate Red Pill ideology with true Islam is a grave insult to the faith and its prophet. Section 5. Prophets and Patriarchs. Twisting faith for toxic ends. Red Pill influencers often cherry-pick Islamic texts to fit their narrative. They conveniently ignore the countless verses and teachings that promote gender equality and mutual respect. They twist the words of scholars and prophets to justify their own misogynistic views. Take, for example, their interpretation of polygamy. In Islam, polygamy is permitted under very specific circumstances and with strict guidelines. It's not a license for male indulgence, as some Red Pill proponents suggest. They exploit this sensitive topic to promote a culture of entitlement and control over women. Section 6. Biology is not destiny, challenging Red Pill's simplistic view. At the heart of Red Pill ideology lies a simplistic and dangerous view of human nature. They reduce men and women to biological caricatures defined solely by their reproductive roles. This ignores the vast spectrum of human experience, the diversity of gender identities, and the power of social conditioning. To claim that men are inherently programmed for dominance and women for submission is not only inaccurate, but it's also incredibly harmful. It creates a self-fulfilling prophecy, limiting the potential of both men and women. It perpetuates harmful stereotypes and reinforces existing power imbalances. Section 7. The Price of Distrust. Consequences of Red Pill ideology. The consequences of embracing Red Pill ideology are far-reaching and devastating. It breeds a culture of mistrust and suspicion between men and women. It encourages men to suppress their emotions, viewing vulnerability as weakness. It promotes a transactional view of relationships, where love and intimacy are replaced with power dynamics. Men raised on this ideology may struggle to form healthy, equitable relationships. They may find themselves isolated, unable to connect with others on a deeper level. The emotional toll can be immense, leading to anger, resentment, and even violence. Section 8. Lost Boys, the vulnerability of young Muslim men. Young Muslim men, particularly those navigating the complexities of identity and belonging, are most susceptible to the allure of red pill ideology. They're bombarded with messages of masculinity in crisis, of a world where their manhood is under attack. Red pill offers a seductive solution. Embrace a rigid and dominant masculinity to reclaim your power. This is a dangerous trap. These young men, often grappling with feelings of insecurity and alienation, are offered a false sense of belonging and purpose. They're given permission to channel their frustrations into misogyny and control, perpetuating a cycle of harm that benefits no one. Section 9. Reclaiming the narrative, a call for nuance and understanding. It's time to reclaim the narrative around Muslim masculinity. We need to create spaces where young Muslim men can explore their identities in a safe and supportive environment. We need to challenge the toxic messages they're bombarded with online and offline. This isn't about demonizing men or dismissing their struggles. It's about offering a healthier, more fulfilling vision of masculinity, one rooted in compassion, respect, and emotional intelligence. It's about recognizing that true strength lies in embracing our shared humanity, not in dominating others.